Hello everyone, my name is Fox, so Big and Fox. I'm here with my brother CERBERUS, and welcome to another 9-Bit Reactions. Today we are doing Rogue One, a Star Wars story, official international trailer number 1. I haven't seen this. He has. Sadly, he can't hear it, but he's seen it before, so it should be good. He told me to watch this a couple times, so I kind of want to watch it, and hopefully this will be good. And then at the end, we'll analyze it. And if you want to begin with us, we're going to start at 000. And we'll begin in 3, 2, 1. A little bit off, but alright. Lucasfilms Ltd, aka Disney.
I think she's cute too. I want to be in a Star Wars film.
I really do too. Disney, make it happen.
I will play a tree or whatever. Just get me in line with those women, man. I don't know how you guys do it.
Tree number 1.
You know where she's from, right?
Where's she from?
You ever seen the Amazing Spider-Man 2? She was literally Harry's assistant.
Really?
She was that small of a part. Those are the guys, dude. Those guys look badass, man. See them?
Oh, okay.
They look so cool. They look like the badasses of the stormtroopers. Like they won't miss. See?
They do look pretty cool.
They do. They look a little slimming, but I think it's because they have to be mobile.
No, you're Suicide Squad.
Wait for it.
Star Wars, Chinese. Oh,
that wasn't even the right one. Are you sure the one I made was a fan one?
The one that you found, yes, that was a fan one. That said FM at the end. That's fan made. But alright, so now we're gonna look at the trailer, and it looks good. It looks like a Star Wars action spy thriller film.
I'm actually kind of like glad they're doing a different story that doesn't revolve around the Skywalkers.
What do you mean? Did you not see the ending?
Yeah, but
he's right there.
I know, but supposedly Darth Vader in this one is not gonna be like the main bad guy. He's just gonna be like he's the person they've spoke of. Like he's a legend of in this.
Basically how he is in Rebels, where he kind of pops when he hasn't seen Rebels, but he kind of pops in. He does something cool and then basically leaves.
Yeah. So, but they said his entrance is gonna be bad because, like, not bad, like, but like badass because in Star Wars 4, 5, and 6 we see kind of an older Darth Vader who's not really mobile, and he's basically more robot than man. Here we're kind of seeing where he's more man, where he's like literally at the top of his
robotic game.
Yeah, or he's not even as robotic as that. Like, you're gonna see him move and stuff.
So there's like Anakin, like a couple months after. Well, not a couple months, but a little bit after. Hey, just like maybe a year or two. No, yeah, a year or two. His kids.
Because this one, okay, in 4, they give the blueprints to the Death Star to Princess Leia. So Princess Leia and Luke are already alive.
In 3, they already showed the Death Star was being made.
Exactly. So this is between 3 and 4. And I think this one's going to be a good one. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
This looks good. It's a spy thriller. The CGI doesn't look too bad. This guy is cool. The Force is with you. Oh, as the Force wills it. And I was reading the comments, like someone saying, "Why are people talking about the Force if there's no Jedis?"
There's literally no Jedi that we know of as of right now,
other than the Sith.
Yeah, exactly. Which I think is cool too, because in the Star Wars, there's always, you know, the supporting of the both sides. You have the dark and you have the light. In this one, the light side has no sabers, no Jedis.
Yeah, it's just blasters and a stick.
Exactly. So I'm definitely looking forward to this one.
Yeah, they look good. You see the Death Star being made, which is kind of like after, because we already know how the Death Star looks. We already know what the Death Star does later on. So I wonder how long this is, because how long was the Death Star around in 4?
And the Death Star was around for a while in 4, and 3 it was being made
again.
No, in 3 they were just making it for the first time when Dark.
Oh no, I'm thinking about 5.
Yeah, and so you gotta think about
Or 6.
time-wise. Princess Leia and Luke Skywalker were born when they were building this, so it's been around for they probably took a good 20 years, maybe, to build it.
To build this sucker?
To build it, I think so. Maybe less. I could be wrong.
I would say maybe less.
Luke.
Well, no, because even
Lucasfilms just doesn't do time frames where there's
no.
boom.
This is right before
4.
Yeah, this is right before 4 because the Death Star was just made, and they
at the
didn't.
end of 3.
Yeah, and they didn't know about it in 4. They just like, oh, we have blueprints now, and they just got the blueprints from the Boffins, whatever the fudge those are.
So I kind of use the time frame of Luke and Leia being born.
Okay, yeah.
So
it's near the end of Rebels, basically, because Rebels is the mid. Well, yeah, but I'm just saying that's like about the midpoint, and this is like close to the beginning of 4. Close to the beginning of 4, around that area.
Yeah, I think what they're trying to do with this is going on the same story as 4 is going on. This is just another view of the story from another person's view.
But then we can't
that's
really...
not connected to something else than number 4, than the Vaders and the Skywalkers.
But then that doesn't mean that we see a Darth Vader that's... Okay, I'm going to guess this is a little bit earlier, because if you're telling me if you're right, that Darth Vader, which is all the way at the freaking end here, if Darth Vader is like on top of his game, that means then that he is younger, which means the Death Star probably has been around for at least a couple years, maybe it's been like more.
I think it takes a couple years to build any spaceship.
Well, yeah, a space station.
Even in the future.
Maybe it's kind of technically it's the past, but
no, it's in the past in a galaxy far, far away.
But somehow in the future.
Yeah.
But
I guess if you go through black holes.
Every time I think racist. No.
Every time I think of black holes, I think of Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. Which one? Tim Burton?
Mark Wahlberg, yeah. Not one of his best moments, but still.
Honestly, I first thought that was the first.
It was better than Batman v Superman.
Gosh dang it! All right, but yeah, it looks good from what I've seen so far. It's of course just people talking,
and of course everyone's thinking that she's Rey's mom. Which doesn't work in the time frame.
They think she's Rey's mom?
Yeah, they think she might be Rey's mom, but it doesn't work in the time frame.
Yeah, it kind of does.
No, it doesn't, because think about it. 3 movies have
I think she's dead.
Before this happened. Before 8.
Yeah, but like...
So you know how old she would have to be?
But 4 or 5...
She would be like Obi-Wan Kenobi. No, that doesn't make no sense, because Obi-Wan Kenobi's old already.
She'd be like 4, 5, and 6. She would be... 4, 5, and 6 would not be too far away from this. This would be... She would be, what is she, like 20 in this movie, you think?
Yeah, but how many years have passed between 6 and 7?
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, think about that, too.
That's at least like 20 years.
That's at least, she's old.
That's at least 20 years.
I mean, if she's Rey's mom,
Well, then, if she has Rey at the end of 6, then that would still make it for sure to be like 20 in the movie, because that's how old she is.
Yeah, but you don't know how old. You don't know when Rey was born. She was born probably before. I mean, way after 6. Because think of 7. 7, like the Jedis are not even like at the end of 6. There's only 3 Jedis known, which was Obi-Wan Kenobi, Yoda, and Anakin.
Yeah, Jedis. We're not talking about
I'm not talking about Luke Skywalker.
We're not talking.
He doesn't really count as a Jedi.
We're also not talking about
Master because we're
also not talking about gray Jedis, I believe they're called, which are like between light and dark, and we're not talking about any dark Sith users. Yeah, we're only talking about Jedis. Yeah. Because I'm bringing that up because Ahsoka, Anakin's.
I know who Ahsoka is.
So yeah, I know, but Ahsoka. They say that Ahsoka may still be alive.
Too far gone from the Star Wars universe.
They say Ahsoka might still be alive because she's a gray Jedi. She's not an actual Jedi.
I think we're going off the track.
Yeah. But
basically, anyway, what do you think of the trailer? Would you go see this?
It looks, of course I'm going to go see this.
It has nothing to do.
Of course I'm going to see this. Star Wars.
The Skywalker story.
That's fine. I love expanded universes.
Exactly. That's what I think they should start doing.
That's what I love about like the Marvel universe. Even if it's not like Iron Man, it's still part of the Marvel universe, so it feels like a bigger movie. Still, it feels like an entire universe. The Star Wars
universe is way bigger. Like they could do so many movies.
They could with Marvel, though, too. Like, literally anything. They have talking raccoons.
I know.
But,
like, I'm talking about, like...
We haven't really talked about this trailer at all.
No, but what I'm talking about is that I'm glad they're moving off the main story.
Yeah.
And to do another story. because they could continue to do that. Because how many movies could you really keep
Honestly,
doing?
I think
of
after
the Skywalkers and the Sith and the Jedi's over and
apparently
over.
apparently giant comic book series, but that's beside the point. But I would say one after 9 they should stop with the main
12.
Really?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Gosh dang, no. After 9, stop, leave it alone for another 20 years, and just fill it with Star Wars stories.
But see, like the first one with the number 7, it just reminded me so much of number 4.
7, 4. 7 reminded me a lot more of
4's New Hope.
Yeah, 7 reminded me of 4. Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I
how
thought
long
it was
can you
like 6
keep
or
doing
7.
this Ferris wheel of?
Well, no.
We get it. You got your hand cut off. You have daddy issues.
2 is supposed to be, what is it? 2 is supposed to be, or not 2, 8. 8 is supposed to be when they're go off the rails, when they don't stick to like the original Star Wars quote unquote formula. It's not really a formula, but they stop copying the original series.
Something like there's always a parent missing. There's, the family figure's gone. Someone's hand's gonna get cut off.
That happens in Marvel movies too, actually.
Yeah, it does.
You ever notice that? That's a Star Wars homage.
Yeah. See, like, if no one look,
this looks like Vietnam.
In the first one, there was no in number 7. There was no old person to help Rey. It's supposed to be Luke, but you don't really see Luke.
Well, really, it's Han Solo.
That's kind
Han Solo's the Obi-Wan of that story.
No,
yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Spoiler alerts, he dies like Obi-Wan by lightsaber, by the dark half of an old friend.
Yeah, but he didn't want to die. Like, Obi-Wan, like, let himself die. Han Solo didn't see it coming.
If you kill me, I'll be stronger than you could possibly imagine. Zoom, where the fudge did he go?
I knew
Han Solo, stab, bye! He's not coming back as a Force
when,
Ghost.
Like, the sun was gone, and they were standing on that bridge. That's a small... I don't know how people walk on those bridges. Like, have you seen Star Wars movies? There's no railing. There's, like, no safety. There's no safety precaution. Like, warning, you may fall to your death. Like...
The good thing is, though, if a trooper falls off that thing, he won't hit anything until he hits the ground. Exactly. He'll miss everything.
That's a long way down. But anyways, we're going way off topic.
Phasma's alive.
I'm definitely looking forward to this one.
I do. I'm looking forward to this too.
And the troopers that you saw that were all in black, they're called Death Troopers, and they're supposedly supposed to be the bad ones of the bad. Like, these guys won't miss. You know what I mean?
I really hope they make fun of that. I really hope.
I don't know if this is true.
I want a rebel to go. Those stormtroopers can't hit anything. Death Trooper, boom, and just kills him.
They look sick.
I am waiting for that scene.
Yeah, and then there's other trailers which you probably haven't seen, which you got to see that you see more of them.
Okay, but first let's get back to this real quick But this looks like Star Wars Vietnam. This is what this looks like.
That's exactly what they're saying.
Yeah,
like something from Vietnam.
This looks like a Star Wars Vietnam story. Mind you, I don't know my history on Vietnam, so don't quote me on that. But this reminds you, like, this looks, at least from what I can tell, this reminds you a little bit of Tropic Thunder.
On the beach.
Yeah, and then this is most likely
this part. You know what this kind of reminded me of?
What?
Empire Strikes Back. You know why? Because on this this thing looks like the thing that Luke held onto when he got his hand cut off.
Oh, yeah, it kind of does.
Father? Ah. You know what
I hope that's not Rey's mom, though.
Yeah, I mean, does it really matter whose Rey's parents are?
It kind of does.
But like, what if it's a big letdown?
I'm still kind of going with the reincarnation theory. I really am, because I really kind of want to see when, like, that if that's revealed with Kylo and stuff.
So you hear, like, at the end, it's like, all you hear is the...
All you hear is...
That was sick.
He's going to turn around, he's vaping.
So, yeah, apparently all the new Star Wars are coming out on Christmas. Like, no, December.
Well, yeah, like Christmas. December, not the day.
Yeah, not the day.
All right, I'm perfectly happy with that. My birthday comes up afterward.
There you go.
I'm happy with that. But yeah, Star Wars Rogue One, aka Star Wars Story, Rogue One, aka Star Wars Vietnam. I definitely want to see this. Maybe we'll figure out what a boffin is. Actually, they already know what a boffin is. I'm just making a joke. But this looks like it's gonna be really good. You know, that's even a new stormtrooper right there.
Yeah, there's new stormtroopers.
I wonder if there's going to be as many practical effects in this as there was in the original, because this looks like a lot of CG. which is not too bad, but still, I'm wondering, like, in 7. I say original, I mean 7. I wonder if it's going to be more like...
Seven's not original.
Well, it's original of the new trilogy. Okay. But, yeah, I want to see how this is going to go. What was it? They say that... I think they say, like, this guy... They say this guy is probably... I believe it's this guy, or it's one of the guys. They say he's the old man from 7, who gives Poe the map to Luke Skywalker.
But he was a white guy. That guy's clearly Hispanic.
Really? I don't freaking know.
And he even sounds Hispanic.
You know, it's good. I don't care.
See, did you see that?
Why is the Death Star upside down? I didn't just notice that, but like, look at it. Where is it? It's right here. Look at it. It's upside down.
Well, it's a planet, so you know, technically, at some point, we're all upside down.
Okay, yeah, technically. All right. So, what are you saying?
Did you see that image? That dude, that right there. See, that looks sick. And I like how like
they're like the SEALs.
Exactly. That's what I've heard too. That they're like the Navy SEALs of the Stormtrooper, dude. They look bad ass.
Like right before this trailer comes up, you're gonna see like an art like for Superman, how they did with Superman. Join the army. You're gonna see the troopers walking.
They look sick.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
And I like how their mask is designed. It's not like the other ones. Like you see how like down here.
Yeah, this one looks like it looks like it's like
down,
like a muzzle kind of thing, like filters. Yeah. Okay,
That'd be cool too if they filtered out stuff. That'd be bad. I never thought of that. Well, didn't they say that their masks filter out?
Some of them, but they said it wasn't good. Like, well, at least that was the first order. That was the.
And if you notice too, their armor looks smaller, but it's probably like
to move quicker, faster.
Quicker, but they have to be like heavily plated or something like
probably. They probably have like super like dense metal or something.
They look
like that.
sick, don't they?
Pretty sure it's probably heavy. But yeah, it looks
like
really
the only
cool.
reason I want to go see this is just to see how these guys enter in the story.
I just want one of them to come out there just without a gun and just go, traitor! Every episode, just every Star Wars story, or if you just have one dude that goes, traitor! They're like, traitor is alive! TR8R. But yeah, this is good. This looks good. Definitely want to check it out. Any last thoughts?
They just look badass.
They really do.
That's the one thing. That's the one thing I'm looking forward to is the Death Troop. Yes, you're gonna see Darth Vader in it. Yes,
I want to see that.
It looks badass.
I want to see Vader at least.
And yes, she is amazingly gorgeous.
Amazingly.
Yes, I'm in love with her. She's just beautiful, dude. And what I like is that now they're getting lead roles for women.
Yeah, Rey, this chick.
See, look. Oh, that was bad. I think that was one of the images. See how their mask is?
Yeah.
That looks sick, dude.
That does look pretty epic. Oh, yeah, see, look, the little filters right here.
I think those light up.
I wonder if they're going to have helmets of these, because they have the helmets of the First Order.
Well, I've seen pictures of the toy release and all that, and it's just the half, though. Like...
the front half?
Where you put, like, elastic or whatever.
Yeah, but you know, like, Halloween things are going to have, like...
Yeah, if I could just get the helmet, I would mount that, like, on a shelf or something. Just to be like,
I want to get the Kylo Ren one, but that's not going to come out till like episode 8.
I wonder if he's going to have a new mask.
He's got. I hope.
I hope they do. I hope they.
Well, he has a jacked up eye now.
His mask was cool looking, but like, I think they should change it up again for like
each episode or something like that.
Episode. Like something should happen to his face that just fucks him up even more.
He already got like a burn mark from a lightsaber on his face.
It's like he's get like the Joker laugh scars or something.
Oh no, that'd be too much.
But yeah, I think in each episode he should get a new mask.
That would be pretty cool. All right. Anyways,
see, they look sick, dude.
Just blow people up.
Explosions.
Bro, those suckers are scary. From like the down position, those suckers are scary.
When you see them in the old ones, you're like in the pilot, and you're like, those things don't look so scary. But then you're like, holy bejesus!
I keep bringing up Rebels, but like, yeah, you see there, and like one of the guys just stands there. You see these giant AT just go. I'm just like, holy crap, run! But okay, we gotta end this here. Also, totally looks like something from Vietnam right here.
Exactly.
But looks good. Definitely want to check it out. I've already said this 3 times, but anything last minute, Dad? No. All right, we will. See you later.